Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Delores and I'm so excited that you're here today on this bright and beautiful Monday. If you can't tell by the title, then here we are. We are talking about mental health. So last Friday I made a post on my Instagram, I'll pop a picture up here, sharing about my struggle once again with prenatal or perinatal or antenatal, I think that's what, those are all the ways you say it, depression. So depression during pregnancy. A lot of people talk about depression during the postpartum, so after they give birth, but not a lot of people have, at least in my experience so far, have spoken about depression during pregnancy, depression, anxiety, all the above. So I wanted to take a couple of minutes today and share with you guys my why on why I'm making this video, and then share with you guys a tiny bit of my story so far. And yeah, my hope is to post every single Monday, just do a little mental health Monday check-in, and then just let you guys know like how I'm doing, what's going on, maybe things I've learned, X, Y, and Z. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Also, I want to throw in here a little disclaimer. I am in no way, shape, or form, in any way, possibly at all, a therapist, a medical doctor, a psychologist, psychiatrist, none of that. I am nothing of that sort. I am just a 26-year-old first-time mom-to-be who is dealing with some mental health issues such as depression and anxiety, and wanted to use my platform here on YouTube as a way to share and encourage others to do what they need to do or take the right steps into getting the help with the needed doctors. And I also just want to share my story in hopes to just be an encouragement and share some light on a situation that doesn't have a lot of light in it. So without further ado, now let's begin. Okay guys, so like I said, on Friday I made this post all about like on Instagram, all about, I have been pulling it up right now actually, all about me, just the struggle and whatnot. So if you guys don't know, I'm 31 weeks pregnant now, which is insane to me. So I've been pregnant for what feels like forever, but just about to be 8 months pregnant, and I'm in my 3rd trimester of pregnancy. So by now, a lot of people I'm sure would assume, hey Dolores, like you're probably like doing great. You know, nobody really asks you how you're doing like after those first 6 weeks of pregnancy, and it's because, or first 12 or 13 weeks after pregnancy, because most people are like throwing up and barfing their brains out the whole first trimester. So everyone's like, oh, that must be really hard. And then they just kind of like forget about you and just want to see pictures of your belly and touch your stomach and like to hear about the baby, even though you have no idea what's going on with the baby because it's inside of you. And let's be real, for all the moms to be other moms, we definitely do not get enough appointments that we deserve as mommies to be. But all that to say, first trimester is crazy. So lo and behold, I found myself 9 weeks pregnant, and I was eating Chipotle at a park, and out of nowhere, like a super intrusive thought came in of just like, why don't you just end your life? And I was like, that's really odd. And I'm like just eating my Chipotle, like that's weird. And you know, I was like, no big deal. Another week went by and it just got worse and got worse. I texted a couple of family members asking if they have dealt with it, and some friends. And again, I mean, not again, but because I haven't said it, but I was told it's just hormonal, like it'll pass. So a couple weeks went by. I mean, at that point, it was 9 weeks when I sent out the text. A couple weeks went by, so I was like 12 weeks pregnant. And it didn't pass. It was really getting worse, like really getting bad. And for someone who has dealt with depression and anxiety before pregnancy, I knew some pretty good warning signs, and one of them being an intrusive thought is a warning sign. But I was just like, you know, this is pregnancy. I don't know what to expect. Everyone talks about postpartum depression. I'm gearing up for that. So it got aggressively worse. I spent one night, 3.5 hours, I think it was, maybe 3 or 4.5 hours. I came down to use the bathroom, and I used the bathroom. And then I stayed in the bathroom for, I think it was 3.5 hours long, sobbing, bawling, crying my eyes out. My dog came and joined me, and eventually I realized I had been crying for so long that it was time for Amos, my husband, to get up and get ready for work. So I had been crying for so long, and it was consistent, and I was just sitting there just sobbing. You know, he comes in, and it was really kind of him. He came in and was just like, what's going on? You know, hug me, whatever, X, Y, and Z. But nights like that didn't like cease. Like that was one of the first times that happened, but in just one situation. But guys, it got really brutal to the point where my husband, who had never, was like, yeah, I think you need to go. And I was like, yeah, I do. So a ton of phone calls came about, and I reached out and finally was able to receive information for a counselor I had wanted to see. And yeah, so if you guys saw my most recent video, you would know that didn't really work out, but that's okay. Yeah, I was really struggling, and so I'm starting to make these Mental Health Monday videos because I want women, specifically women, men as well, but I want the women in my life and the women who aren't in my life and people who are pregnant and this is their first pregnancy and all this stuff to know that like you're not alone. First of all, you're not crazy. It's not only hormonal, and there are sometimes real issues. It doesn't actually always go away, and I wish somebody would have told me that because I felt so crazy. And I'm not, and you're not crazy either, but I felt so crazy. Like, why am I so sad? Why do I want to kill myself? Why am I dealing with suicidal thoughts and ideation? This is crazy. This is nuts. And yeah, I just realized that is just an attack, and that is depression, and that is anxiety, and not being able to sleep, and all these crazy things going on. And within all of that, there's tons of beauty. There's tons of beauty in all of it. So I won't say there wasn't. Like, I got to feel my daughter kick me literally at 12 and a half weeks, which I know people are like, whatever. But it's my honest truth. I did. And all the appointments were beautiful. We found out that she was a baby girl. Like, we had a gender reveal party, you know, here at our home. And like, there were just so many beautiful moments. I mean, like, I found out I was pregnant, and it had been so long in our eyes of trying. And she is just a beautiful blessing and miracle. And I can't wait to share her story with you guys. But at the same, and at the same time, I was deeply struggling. So all that to say, this is an intro video to Mental Health Mondays, and I am here for you guys. I'm walking through it now still at 31 weeks pregnant. I am so excited. This is a huge praise report, actually. A therapist that specializes in some adolescent trauma as well as like marital and just like life therapy. Finally contacted me back, and so I'm going to be setting up an appointment with her ASAP, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. And yeah, I just want to be a super blessing to you guys here, my friends, my family who are watching this video, who follow me, who subscribe, and I just want to share my story, but I also want to share what I'm learning through it. So I hope and I pray that these videos coming up will just give you that would encourage you, and that they'd be like a big warm snuggly hug, because when I was 9 weeks, 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 13, 15 weeks pregnant, all I needed was someone just to tell me, it's going to be okay. You're not alone. You're not crazy. It's not just hormones, and we're going to get the help that you need. And so because I didn't necessarily have that, I am wanting to be what I didn't have. I wanted to be a game changer. I want to turn the stigma around of you have to stay sad just because you are sad. And I want to move from this place of sadness into a place of joy. And so I hope that you will join me here on YouTube. And I hope that we together can just be the healthier versions of ourselves. And I'm doing this for my daughter, and I love her so much, and I'm doing this for myself and for my spouse and for my marriage and for my family. And so I hope that you join me on this journey of mental health recovery and learning more about mental health. But I love you guys, and I will definitely see you in my next vlog if you follow, but I'll also see you in the next Mental Health Monday video. So I love you guys. Take care and be blessed.